Hello, the subject is marketing management. The topic is factors in influencing channel decision. When it comes to the type of channel selection, when it comes to the considerations of deciding on what type of channel should the company or the organization choose for its distribution purpose, physical distribution plays a major role in the process of promotion of the organization's product. And in this process of physical distribution becomes an important aspect, and that being the only way where the products are to be reached to the audience or the customer. And in the process of selection, there are various factors which influence the channel decision. Different companies choose different channels for their physical distribution purpose, and this channel decision plays a major role because there has to be investment made on this by the organization. Hence, these factors are to be studied and understood well by the marketing managers so that they can formulate a better outcome and a beautiful decision based on the factors that influence the channel decision. The factors in influencing channel decisions can be classified into the following. They are product-related factors, company-related factors, competitive factors, market-related factors, environmental factors, and middleman-related factors. These many factors affect the channel decision, and no organization can do away with these factors. While formulating and designing their channel, the organization should consider all these factors and they should come out with a channel of distribution to suit their need and requirement as per the market trend and the customer desires. Let us see one by one all these factors, what they mean and how do they influence the channel decision. The first factor in influencing channel decision is the product related factors. All these factors are related to the product. Product related factors for selecting channels are associated with the characteristics of the product like durability, tangibility, use or utility, quality, quantity, size, shape, etc. All these qualities of the product, all these factors of the product, all these features of the product play a major role in deciding the channel of distribution. While keeping in mind, the marketing manager should consider the following sub-factors while designing his channel of distribution. Some considerations are discussed below. They are value of the product, standardized or customized product, perishability, and technical in nature. Value of the product. This refers to what is the value or the price of the product. Highly expensive products like premium watches, gold, jewelry, diamond, etc. will use a small distribution channel due to the reason of the risk involved in the process of distribution. While relatively inexpensive products like ready-made garments, soaps, and all those FMCG products put together may use a longer distribution channel. Standardization or customized product. Certain products require standardization and certain products are customized as per the need of the consumer. Standardized products have uniform characteristics and can be produced in bulk and can require a long distribution channel. Customized products are custom made as per custom needs and will require a direct sales approach channel than standardized products. When it comes to the product, perishability is one of the important features which has to be considered. Perishability in marketing is related to products which can be easily stored for distribution at any time frame. Fruits and vegetables are highly perishable and usually have a short duration, and hence the organization should have short distribution channel, while durables or durable products like FMCG goods, for example shampoos, soaps, deodorants, etc., have a long distribution channel because of their durability. It can be stored and hence can be distributed slowly to the customers in need. When it comes to the technicalities, technical nature of the product play a major role in the channel selection. Products that are technical in nature and bulkier than most consumer durables would require a distribution channel that is closer to the customers. For example, refrigerators, automobiles, etc., have a different pattern of technical and technicalities, hence, they have a different kind of distribution channel compared to other products. Hence, these are all the factors that are related to the product which the marketing manager should keep in mind while formulating the channel of distribution for his company and select the suitable one as per the factors effect. The next factor in influencing channel decision is all about the company related factors. These factors are inside the organization and it is relating to the company or the organization as a whole. Company related factors are related to the internal environment in which a business operates. These factors affect large and in a huge extent influencing the channel of distribution. The marketing manager should consider these three heads under company related factors, that is goodwill, controlling distribution and financial strength. Goodwill of a company plays a major role. A business that experiences a good reputation will not necessarily involve in middlemen because all the customers in the market trust and believe and have hope on the company so that the company has a goodwill and they will not necessarily involve and depend for sales and for promotion on the middlemen. The company itself will do it better. But when it comes to an organization which lacks goodwill in the market, they have to rely on the goodwill of the middlemen, that is, wholesalers and retailers. It is these people who are going to help in the sales of the organization's products and reaching its goal. Building goodwill is an important factor for the organization as it will influence lot other functions of the organization including marketing. And this goodwill is to be considered to a larger extent in the process of selecting channel of distribution. The better the goodwill, the best will be the channel of distribution, and its selection will be easy for the organization to proceed with. The next head under company related factor is controlling distribution. Businesses that control distribution either to control cost, quality, or pricing products do not rely on middlemen. To some extent, the organization has control over the middlemen, and if it is going to lose the control over the middlemen, that is on the wholesaler and the retailers, these middlemen will have their own pricing strategies and they might hinder quality of the product. Consumers buy the product based on the trust of the production and the trust on the company. But if the trust is going to be broken, it is going to be because of the middleman. And for this purpose, the company or the organization and the marketing department has to have control over the distribution channels, has to have control over the elements of distribution channels. That is like they should have control over the middlemen in the distribution channels. If the organization fails in controlling this, the organization might face problem in cost escalation of the distribution channel, and they might hinder the quality of channel distribution, and sometimes even the pricing of the products would shoot high, which would indirectly affect the sales of the organization's product. The next subhead under company related factors is financial strength. Finance is one of the important concepts for the organization and its way of functioning. It is to be considered well even in the channel distribution because this factor affects a lot the choice of channel. Businesses with strong financial base can develop their own channels of distribution. However, businesses with weaker financial base usually rely on middlemen. If the organization is strong in its financials, if the organization is having good capital base, and if the organization is known for its asset structure, then the organization can spend a lot of money on its own distribution channel and it can have its own distribution channel being built, which is purposefully fully equipped only for the organization. But when it comes to the weak financial organizations, those organizations which are weak in financial, such organizations should depend on the middlemen. And if they fully depend on middlemen or rely on the middlemen, such as wholesalers and retailers or agents, they might have to obey as the middlemen say, which will create problems for the organization. Hence, these factors under company related factors play a major role and affect a lot in the influencing the channel of distribution decision. The next factor in influencing channel decision is competitive factors. What type of competition exists in the market and what level of competition is existing in the market and how the organization is able to handle or face the competition becomes an important factor in the factors influencing competitive factors. The nature and extent of the competition also determines the choice of channels. Sometimes it is producers who welcome competition, and sometimes it is the producers or the manufacturers who surrender to the competition and become a prey. Producers may either imitate their competitors and use middlemen or rely on direct sales to show a competitive edge over their competitors. If the organization is ready and if the organization is wanting to show its strength in the competition process, then they can have their own direct sales strategy or their own distribution channel strategy, not copying from the other world of market. But if the organization is not able to survive in the market, it has to simply imitate the other competition that is existing in the market, what the other competitors are using as channels of distribution, the similar kind of design or the same kind of channel distribution can be partnered with this organization to just be in competition and to evade the loss. The next factor in influencing channel decision is market related factors, and this factor is not in the control of the organization or the department of marketing. This is entirely external to the organization, and every organization should consider these factors and then design a channel of distribution for their organization. Market-related factors are associated with the characteristics of the relevant target customers and their taste, preference, and all those features of the customers in that market. The subheads under the market-related factors are number of buyers, types of buyers, buying quantity, size of the market. These play a major role in influencing channel decision under market-related factors. We'll see one by one how do they affect. Number of buyers play a major issue. Markets with a large number of buyers will require the involvement of intervention, and it has to have the support of the intermediaries to reach out to all the customers. If the number of buyers are large, then the organization should have more number of middlemen, more number of wholesalers, more number of retailers, and more number of agents just to cater to the requirement of the buyers in the market. If the organization has less number of buyers in the market, then the organization can do away with the traditional format of channels and the company can organize itself how better to reach the customers. Types of buyers. If there are more buyers to purchase goods that are widely available items, then middlemen can get involved. However, buyers purchased specialized goods like industrial products or premium products, then direct customer trading is a convenient option. So, it is also important the organization for to know the type of buyers as well. Not only this, the organization should also know what is the buying quantity of the consumers in that particular market. Buying quantity. Products which are purchased in smaller quantities require the involvement of middlemen, whereas if products which are purchased in higher quantities require a large set of distribution channel. It is based on the quantity, higher or lower. The more the quantities, more should be the middlemen and wholesalers, retailers in the channel of distribution. The number of elements in the channel distribution will be more if the buying quantity is more, and if it is less, then the channel elements could be less as well. The next subhead under market related factors is a size of the market. If the market area is scattered across regions across the world, then the producer should consider middlemen for distribution. And if the market is very small, which can be handled individually by the organization itself, then it will have a favorable influence on the organization's channel of distribution. The next factor in influencing channel decision is environmental factors. Environmental factors are associated with the surrounding external environment in which a business operates. Under that, we have these many considerations like economic conditions, legal restrictions, competitor channels, physical structure. Under economic conditions which reflect stability like low inflation, higher incomes, etc., can lead producers to have longer distribution channels during economic slowdowns like higher inflation, high interest rates, etc. The length of distribution channel can be reduced easily. When it comes to legal restrictions, legislative restrictions can determine the choice and extent of distribution channels for producers. For example, the Monopolies Restrictive Trade Practice Act restricts businesses from monopoly in supply and distribution of products or controlling production and prices of distribution. Competitor channels is important aspect to be considered because businesses prepare and they prefer to imitate their competitors' approach of distribution, which is easier one, to avoid risk of higher costs of distribution. And this environmental factor of fiscal structure, that is fiscal structure of a country, reflects the structure of taxes and the overall financial size of government that can possibly fuel economic growth. Fiscal structures across states may vary and accordingly affect the cost of distribution. Hence, all these factors affect through the environmental factors in influencing channel decision. The next factor in influencing channel decision is middleman related factors. These are the factors related to wholesalers, retailers, and the agents who come along in the channel of distribution. These people affect the channel distribution to a larger extent. They are services provided by middlemen. The selection of the middlemen is made keeping in view their services. If some product is quite new and there is the need for its publicity and promotion of sales, then instead of adopting the agency system, the work must be entrusted to the representatives. Scope of possibilities of quantity of sales. The channel should be selected by means of which there is the possibility of more sales and which is having wider scope for the organization to function. The attitude of agents towards the producer's policies play a major role in influencing the channel decision. The producers generally prefer to select such middlemen who go by their policies, who follow the policies, or who bind to the policies of the organization of the marketing process. Very often, when the distribution and supply policies of the producers are being disliked by the middlemen, the selection of middlemen becomes quite limited. And the last is cost of channel of distribution. While selecting the channel of distribution, the cost of distribution and the services provided by the middlemen or agents too must be kept into consideration. The producers generally select the most economical channel that would benefit the organization in pricing the product, and finally meeting the objectives that set by the organization in the initial stages of its functioning. Thus, the organization should consider all these factors, and all these factors affect to a larger extent in influencing the channel decision and decide a favorably suitable distribution channel accordingly. Thus, factors in influencing channel decision. Thanks for listening.